my grandpa is like a super genius and like 190 IQ, 180 IQ. Like you can't even talk to him because he's just in a different planet. He can like build a whole engine without a manual, can reads books upside down just for fun. Like my dad's a watered down version of that. Just a genius. And then me and Logan are somewhere up there too, but like it went from like super genius to like Greg to like we're down there a little bit.
So usually I make fun of podcasters because their shows turn into therapy sessions where they sit around and talk about themselves and all their problems. But now Jake's podcast literally became a therapy session. Like he actually got his therapist on there for a 2-hour conversation. Wow, my mind is blown. And his 2.5 million podcast subscribers are absolutely loving it. Within the first 13 hours, this episode has over 40,000 views. Okay, all right, maybe not. But I sat through the whole 1 hour, 45-minute episode of Jake Paul exposing his vulnerabilities to his fans. He just laid it out all on the table, and it turned out exactly how I thought it would. Who knew that Jake Paul was just a misunderstood genius millionaire who struggles with the weight of his talent? So I'm going to take you through all of Jake's therapy flexes, and I'm also going to cross between some of his latest videos from his main channel where he contradicts almost everything he said with his therapist. Once you get over how sad it is, it's actually pretty funny. He really hit 15 years old and just stopped maturing after that point. And for my regulars who are watching, you'll know that I have a bit of a soft spot for Jake. I think he's pretty harmless, unlike his toxic scam artist of a brother, Logan Paul. And so in the lead up to Jake's fight this Friday in Florida against some guy we've never heard of, Jake seems like he's really struggling. I'll elaborate more on this a little bit later once I've shown you some clips, but I feel like he's slowly self-destructing right in front of our eyes. And when you consider that his brother Logan is doing relatively well compared to Jake with his stupid drink, big podcast, and fake WWE championship, and also Jake's girlfriend who's a world champion speed skater, Jake seems kinda stuck. Now, in a previous video, I explained how his main YouTube channel has fallen off hard, his podcast hasn't taken off, and his boxing career is as fake as his brother's WWE belt, and so now he's floating around in no man's land at the ripe old age of 26, and he's quickly becoming a has-been influencer with no plan B. So let's dive into it. This is Jake Paul with his licensed marriage and family therapist.
What a lot of people don't even realize that workaholics, it's also a byproduct of not loving yourself because you're just trying to move up this social economic ladder.
Why didn't I get that part? That'd be bullshit.
That's the part I got. And I notice it still till this day.
That's right.
That I literally work so I don't have to feel how I'm feeling. I'm like sitting there like just like not doing good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do I do? I'm going to distract myself with the 8 companies that I have. This is perfect because I don't have to think about what's going on in my head if I'm literally just working all the time.
And then you become a human doing instead of a human being. You don't even know how to be.
Yeah.
But it's just a Band-Aid.
It's just a Band-Aid.
Sorry, guys, hang on a second. I'm just writing that down. You become a human doing, not a human being. Okay. All right. Okay. I got it.
What I didn't realize is like I have that dark, crazy side, and that's where the profile picture comes from. It's the half light, half darkness. And once I accepted it and realized it and made allies with my dark side, that's when I was liberated from these emotions that were controlling me before. Me trying to fill a void by working all the time, that's kind of sad, but like also it's great because now I can retire whenever I want.
Wow, how many flexes can you fit into 30 seconds? I'm so misunderstood that not even I understand myself. But then when I finally realized that I'm bipolar, when I finally realized that I have these superpowers, everything made sense because I'm rich and I could retire whenever I want. What? Can I just say, something that occurred to me just now as I was watching this for the 200th time? Sewer King, bro, if you're watching this, I expect a full investigative breakdown of Jake's therapy podcast session. Man, I'd be so down for that. Shout out to any sewer rats watching. Absolute legends. Anyway, After Jake flexed on his genius millionaire mindset, he went on to explain how deep down that darkness inside him, yeah, that's just the warrior coming out. Or maybe he's a gardener. This was a little bit confusing.
It's better to be a warrior in a garden
Exactly.
than a gardener in a war.
That's right.
Like if you don't have that dark side that you can tap into, then you're just a pushover.
That's it.
And then people are going to manipulate you and control you.
Right.
So it's
And
better
you're not
to
a
have
protector.
It's
You're
better
a protector.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. See, this is where Jake's big delusion starts to get a little bit crazy. Bro, you're not a warrior. You are the furthest thing from a warrior. Remember your last fight with that guy, Nate Diaz? Yeah, he's a warrior. And look, it's fine if you're a gardener. I'm definitely not a warrior either, but that's where Jake starts to become really cringy. It's this whole tough guy persona that he puts on to keep his teenage fanboys entertained. Check out his Oscar-winning performance from his main channel just 2 days ago.
Bro, this shit, bro. I don't even like YouTube. I don't know why the this guy's filming me. Like, I'm done with this goo goo gaga bullshit. Ooh, like me, watch me. Out of here, you bitches. I do this to hopefully inspire one of you dumb f***s. Get off your lazy ass. It's literally so easy. I'm telling you, the game of life is so easy. Like, I'm telling you, this shit is cake. And you guys make it so hard and like get all depressed. Weirdos. And then try to have someone come and save you. I'm done with this stupid photo shoot. I'm not here for the glitz and the glamour, dog. I'm here because I'm crazy. Yeah, it's all fun and games, but this is serious shit. Motherfuckers die in this sport, bitch. You think I can show up here to around? Nah, dog. I'm the one doing the motherfucking damage, dog. Yo!
Oh man, the whole bad boy thing doesn't work when you're wearing rainbow shorts and your girlfriend's earrings. Bro, come on, sit down, relax. You're just a YouTuber. But did you hear what he said at the beginning of that clip? He's doing all of this for us. It's for you guys. His hope is to inspire his fans to be stronger, more warrior-like doers. Or was it beers? Are we being or are we doing? I'll have to check my notes. Anyway, let's see then what he had to say about his fans during his therapy session.
I don't know if I should consider the audience as much as I do, but I'm always trying to think of like what people are going to be saying in the comments and how we can discuss it before.
I'm glad
we get
someone
there.
is, because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't be
Right? And I
thinking.
know
My
Jake
brain's
doesn't either. Jake
melted.
doesn't.
No, but that, you're good at that. You're
Yeah,
good
you're
at
good
that.
at that. So keep
Something that I think I could see.
Well, because
people-
also, wait, that's actually important though. Like, I don't care what the comments say because, like, you have to figure it out for yourself.
That's right.
Because guess what? I figured out all of this by myself.
This version of Jake.
So,
I like it. I love
literally,
this mode.
like, there's always the comment, yeah, but you don't know, like, what I'm going through. And, like, you had this. Shut the up. Literally shut the up and figure it the out.
All right, I've heard this so many times from so many different content creators, including Joe Rogan. It's the whole, I don't read comments because I don't care. Nah, bro, you don't read comments because you're insecure. Now, I get it if you have ridiculously high volumes of comments, it's just not practical to read all of them, but I guarantee you these guys are reading the comment section or at least have one of their people doing it for them. It's such a fake flex to say, yeah, I don't read comments because I don't care. Go figure it out yourself and stop hassling me. That just takes the whole parasocial relationship to a whole new level. Listen to me and be quiet, but listen to me first. Okay, good dog. And for someone who doesn't care what anyone thinks, he sure does talk a lot about what people think of him, like in almost every single video that he makes.
Switch up is crazy from fight a real boxer, to who is this guy? What is he doing this for? Make up your mind, y'all. But you want to know who I'm doing it for? Me, my experience to become world champion and doing it in front of everybody's eyeballs. Treating myself like a typical boxing prospect would do. For y'all to still be criticizing me, it just shows your own insecurities and that you are a hater tweeting off of your mom's Wi-Fi. And if it's not your mom's, I know for sure you split that bill with a roommate.
Hang on. I thought he was doing all of this for us. That's what he said before, right? Now he's saying he's doing it for himself? See, This is really interesting because for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, Jake's fighting a little-known boxer, Andre August, this Friday, but it's not a pay-per-view event. It'll be available through DAZN's subscription service, which you have to pay for, so it's not really free. Anyway, so he's been copping a lot of heat from people saying that you're meant to be this big-time blingy boxer who pulls in the pay-per-view numbers. Why not this time? You know, are people losing interest? Can't you get the backing, etc.? And just for context, it's estimated that in 2022, Jake earned almost $40 million from pay-per-view fights, even though they weren't professional bouts.
This guy you're fighting, he's a no-name.
Correct. Unless you're in the boxing world.
Okay, but still, does that scare you that he could potentially take everything away from you and he essentially is a no-name?
100%. But I like to gamble. Put it all on the line.
I've seen his striking. Dude's strong. He's actually strong. He's fast, too. Can't get hit. What do you have to say about getting hit?
Don't get hit.
Yeah. I heard this fight's going to be for free. You're not charging. This is not a pay-per-view fight.
That is correct. If you have a DAZN subscription, you are able to watch the fight.
What's the theory with that? Because you're a premium fighter. You know, why just give it to the people?
This is the road and the path to world championship, and it's not about business anymore. It's not about entertainment. It's about me getting experience in the ring, and that is facing boxers with more experience than me, so that one day I could challenge for the world championship belt.
That's noble. That's extremely noble. I'll cut a promo right quick. Listen here, folks. My brother here is a prize fighter. That means he certainly ain't gonna fight for free, so don't get used to it. I'll tell you what, December 15th, you grab your popcorn, you grab your feastables, kick your feet up, you download DAZN, you watch Jake Paul fight for free. Knock this man out. Built his reputation, repertoire, and record.
Shortly thereafter, I will be going back to pay-per-view fights to generate a bunch of money and to buy a bunch more Ferraris and watches at Richard Milles and travel to St. Bart's for New Year's, so don't get your too comfortable, you little So you, and I'll be right back to pay-per-view doing a bunch of with big-name fighters right after this. Don't get too comfortable, you little
Right, there we go. So it was always just about the money and the watches, the Ferraris and the houses. And that's the truth of all of this, right? Jake's in fierce competition with his brother, who he knows is pulling away from him in the earnings department.
I think also subconsciously, parents will say like, oh, I love all my kids equally. I think it's bullshit.
I do too.
Because there's not going to be as much joy, happiness, and emotion with the second or third kid. The first time's always the best. Imagine the first time you're a parent and you find out, you take the pregnancy test, we're going to have a kid. You're subconsciously going to love the firstborn more.
Way
Naturally, that's your pride and joy. When it first comes out, the first couple of years, you're going to be like spending more time, putting more thought and effort, buying better gifts.
Dude.
This is and then it comes the second one, you're like, oh, this is great, like we're pregnant again. It's still whatever, but it's
yeah, bro, stick with the therapy. It sounds like you've got a bit more work to do there. I shouldn't laugh. Good luck to him. So I think this rivalry with his brother is what's fueling his determination to become this so-called real boxer and move away from the whole YouTuber boxer label that him and his brother pioneered themselves. He's so hung up on doing something real and becoming a legitimate fighter that it seems like he just can't shake his own insecurities.
My friend here is boxing on December 15th.
Bro, yeah, they wanted us to talk about
I'm just doing what I got to do to get paid. So
how's camp going? How you feeling leading into this fight?
I think the episode's over.
Okay. Yep.
all right. Well, anyway, yeah, he's fighting on
Because they're
December
not going
15th.
to care. I don't know why they want me to keep on promoting this.
He's the fight.
I don't
he's
care.
fighting on December 15th against.
I don't care. This is literally
guy.
just so I can get experience. Like I'm wearing the same outfit as my last fight. Like I'm just showing up and knocking this guy the f out. It has nothing to do. We don't need to promote this shit.
But it's the road to what?
It's the road to
becoming a world
championship.
champion. You can't just throw that off
He
to
is
the
a world
side.
champion. He's just
I'm
gonna
already-
the world.
See, you're giving free handouts, and
Yeah,
we don't do that over
he
here.
ain't no
You are
motherfucking
not
world
no world
champion
champion.
yet.
I am a world
Until you
champion.
He is
get
not
that
the-
motherfucking
I am a
not
world
the-
champion.
He's not a
He's
world
not
champion.
I'm not the world champion, but I am.
He's dating a world champion. He ain't yet
Yeah.
until
I'm not
he
gonna lie,
knocks
you
out.
ain't- that's the
Blurt
first
this
time you
out.
missed, Susie.
Badu Jack.
You ain't.
No, I'm already world champion in my head,
Head,
and I have to
that's right.
believe
Man,
it
that's
before
cool, and
I am.
I'm-
the
I'm
world
here to
champion.
tell you
Yeah.
you're not.
You're a punk. I'm white in my head, but y'all tell me every day I'm not white.
Right.
So you ain't until you do what you gotta do,
Love it.
and that's become a world champion.
Mhm.
That's like me saying I'm a platinum recording artist. In my head, I am, but I'm not.
No. That'd be like you saying I possess the capabilities
See, but you didn't
and
say
talent
You didn't say
needed
that.
to
You
become
said-
a world champion.
I know.
Or to become a platinum recording
I
artist.
know I do have those things, but
Yeah, but I don't need to elaborate on what I'm thinking.
yeah, because it doesn't translate
But
to the
when you say some
viewers.
bullshit-
I'm not translating for the viewers.
Say f- you viewers.
No, literally, I said that earlier. You viewers. No, I am
think I
a
said
world
that too.
champion. I don't need to elaborate the manifestation that's going on in my head. I possess the talent, the hard work, the skill set, all the attributes of a world champion. So I
And he's going to showcase that on December 15th.
am that already.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm willing and manifesting the rest into existence to become the world champion.
There you go. I like that.
And you know what? We deserve you too to be our world champion. I want you to know that.
That was the most like therapist sounding thing you've said the whole episode.
I know.
That was
It's
so
pretty cool, huh?
Bro, imagine getting your therapist on your podcast to say that we deserve you as a world champion. Oh man, that's so cringe. Like the guy isn't even remotely close to being a world champion boxer. And let me just say, look, if Jake Paul morphs into this legit professional boxer and fights for a championship belt, win or lose, I will be the first one to give him his flowers. But man, that's a pipe dream. He thinks by identifying as a world champion, it'll somehow manifest itself in reality. And he's even got his therapist in on the delusion. The guy's literally paying a therapist to enable him. Oh, jeez. Jake's all over the place. He's well and truly self-destructing before our eyes. And think about this, right? It's obvious that he's checked out of the social media game. It's almost as if he's being forced to keep doing it by his handlers because everyone's trying to get paid. But what happens when his professional boxing career comes crumbling down and everyone loses interest? He's not going to go back to being a full-time content creator because he's clearly sick of it and only does it because he's forced to, and he has to promote his fights somehow, right? He's got his real estate investments and his equity stake in Better, which is slowly taking off. But we know that Jake loves the spotlight, and with Logan not slowing down anytime soon with WWE, Prime, and Impulsive, Jake's going to be lost in his brother's shadow in a few years' time. And I can just see all roads leading to a Paul versus Paul trilogy fight where they win one each and then they go to a decider. I actually think Jake would beat Logan. But anyway, however you look at this, it's not going to end well for him. Anyway, that's it for me. I hope you enjoy this video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this. And if you haven't subscribed, consider jumping on board so you get all of my uploads right there in your feed. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Gay people are the
Super
best.
cool. I have a bunch of gay
They're
friends.
literally the
They're
best.
the coolest
bro.
people ever.
They're cooler than everybody.